ChibiSkeven here, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In the last episode, we did the Bank of Wishes side quest. We followed a love letter to a random Hylian, and I guess united a Zora child with the Hylian guy. Weird, but whatever. Anyways, in this part, I think we have one more side quest to do in Zora's domain. And it's a pretty big one, so it's lots of traveling and here and that. So anyways, let's talk to this guy over here. And it's Jato. Link, it seems that I was wrong about you. Seeing Divine Beast Maruta's forming there. Even though we lost Lady Mipha, it seems she can still help you fight against Calamity Ganon. Oh, I am sorry. I didn't introduce myself sooner. I am Jato. I am a historian who studies Zora history and preserves it for future generations. Even so, the stone monument that King Dorephan supposedly wrote is torn to pieces now. Most likely, 10 stone monuments outside the domain are in the same awful condition. I'm thinking about collecting the contents of all the stone monuments and compiling them into a book. But with these old legs and fins, traveling to all 10 stone monuments will take a great deal of time. That is why, Link, I'd like to ask you a favor. I'd like you to find all 10 stone monuments around Zora's domain and tell me what they say. Okay. Oh, thank you. You truly are a lifesaver. How reassuring that the champion would search for those monuments for me. I have it on good authority that among the stone mountains one has the location of some treasure written on it. If you happen to find said treasure, feel free to keep it. It will most likely be something that Zora would need. Yes, you'll find the 10 stone monuments around Zora's domain. I believe in you. Hey, that's Sidon's quote. In fact, I'm counting on you. Anyways, we got Zora Stone Monuments. And if you read this actually gives us a hint about the Lionel thing. History of the Zora, Part 7. The hero who defeated the Lionel as told by King Dorephan. There was a time when the people of the land were threatened by the dreaded beast Lionel who lived on Plainless Mountain. But one Hylian drove the beast back and restored peace to the domain. Zorahelm something in this Zorahelm won in this fight not north of something in the lake near something lake. It rests there to honor the deeds of the hero Link. The time I've taken its toll on this. Yeah, some of it's kind of hard to read, but you get the general gist. Like there's actually a treasure that we got, which was the headgear for the Zora. But yeah. But anyways, I did mark them in order, sort of, by stamps. But the first one that I marked was this one over here. So we're going to go to the Bank of Wishes and go from there. So, yeah, it's going to be lots of traveling. I'm not really going to cut as much because it's just too many cutting. So, plus you guys need to see where the locations are if you guys are using this as a walkthrough in some sort of way. But, yeah. But anyways, it's going to be lots of warping, and this is probably the last episode that I'll record in this session. And then I'll have to get back to exporting and then watch the direct today! And then also finish packing, because I still need to do that. But I wanted to, obviously record first before I do anything else. But anyways, first one's kind of right over here, which is a little bit of a way to get. I mean, I could just fly there. I mean, I have Rivali's Gale, so yeah, why not? We'll just head over there. I feel lazy, so, actually, it should be down here, I want to say. Or is it somewhere else? I think it's up there somewhere. Yeah, it might be up there somewhere. Oops. That's fine, we can just get up there somehow. But yeah, we're going to spend the remaining time in this episode just kind of getting the Zora monuments. I kind of wanted to say this one for last because one, it's a long one, and two, it kind of gives you like a history of the Zoras, which I do like this area because it does give a lot of history about the Zoras, and it's really neat to hear about them and what their, customs are and whatnot. But yeah. But anyways, we did see this one. This was technically the first one that we could have gotten, but I didn't since, I didn't want to, read upon it because I want to save it for a side quest. And if you did read it prior on, it would still count towards the side quest, so you wouldn't have to read all of them as much. But I really do want to take care of these guys because these guys are annoying. No. Okay, let me take care of these guys real quick because you guys are annoying. No. Get away. I just want to get away from you and be on my merry way. Alright, there we go. Just kind of destroy them so that way I don't have to fall. Hey! You went right for me, buddy. You would just conk me in the head. That's not nice. How dare you? Alright, let me break this weapon. I'm not going to need it. Get some arrows all swell. Alright, anyways, enough of that. Let's just read that and see what it has to say with no more interruptions, hopefully. Alright, anyway, let's read the first one here. History of the Zora, Part 1. The Eternal Zora's Domain as told by King Dorephan. The rains have blessed Lanayru since ancient times with an abundance of pure, clean water. Seeking and bounding of such water, the Zora gathered there. Thus, as the legend goes, the domain was born 10,000 years ago. The land was also rich in ore, and so a unique form of stone masonry was developed to create our new home. The domain is one giant sculpture, a feat of architecture that has drawn admirers the world over. Our great domain will ever stand as a hallmark of the esteemed artist who made it, an eternal symbol of Zora pride. Alright, so that was part 1. So yeah, you can kind of see that these monuments are by parts, so you kind of have to, I say it's more better to read them in order, cause that way you can kind of get like a glimpse of the history of the Zoras. So that's why I kind of marked them down in order. So yeah, I would like to get those, but I'm not going to. Anyways, the second one is down here. So let's read upon this one. History of the Zora, Part 2, A Reservoir of Hope as told by King Dorephan. Once every 10 years, the Lanayru region experiences unusually heavy rainfall. The Zora River flooded every time. The tide damaged not only our domain, but our people, washing away poor souls and causing great suffering and disarray. The Zora king of that time, after seeking aid from the king of Hyrule, rode out to see what could be done. By joining the architectural genius of the Zora and Hyrule's technological prowess, the East Reservoir Lake was swiftly built. Thanks to its fruitful partnership, Hyrule was no longer plagued by these devastating floods. In gratitude, the Zora king promised the king of Hyrule to manage the reservoir level to protect all of Hyrule from floods. Each Zora king since has kept the oath spanning 10,000 years. That is why the reservoir signifies our bond with Hyrule. Alright. We got that one cleared off. And the next one is a shield, so let me find the shield one. The shield one is actually over here, so we'll probably have to work to probably Veil Fall. So, yeah, we're gonna travel here, and then we'll find that one. So, we're gonna be traveling a lot, so, hoo boy. So just be prepared for that. I'm not really gonna cut out anything, because like I said, I kind of want to show you guys where these monuments are located so that way you guys can mark them down yourself. There's really no easier way to mark them. Like, I kind of wish there was like a numbering marking, but oh well. Alright, so we're here in Veiled Falls. The shield one is down here somewhere, so I'm not exactly entirely sure the exact spot, but it's somewhere around here. I kind of want to save Revolver's Gale just in case, if we need to use it, but I feel like it's somewhere down here, I want to say. Probably. Like, I could have maybe, like, yeah, I think I see it down there. Yeah, it's kind of a weird one to go after, but I'm pretty sure it's down here. Yes, it is. Alright, it's down here. Alright, let me read this one. Alright, Part 3. Miracle of the White Scale as told by King Dorephan. Our scholars said that in the distant past, Zora's domain had a king with no special talent for the art of war. What he lacked in skill with the blade, he made up for in love for his people, and especially for love for his queen. One day, news reached the king of a horde of monsters gathering in the Zelda highlands. The king steeled himself for war to protect his people, but the queen knew how ill-suited for the task he was. Worried for his life, she wove one of her own scales into his armor, hoping that her love would protect him in battle. It seemed for a time that the tide of battle favored the Zora and that all would make it safely home. But the cunning Lizalfa's general saw an opening and seized it, driving the king's forces into a corner. Just when the general's sword was ready to crash down upon the king, a miracle took place. An arid sunbeam reflected from the scale on his armor blinded Lizalfa, stopping the death blow from falling. This was the chance the king needed to rally his forces and turn the tide, taking down the general and securing victory. This came to be known as the Miracle of the White Scale, a scale that only female Zora possesses. it was this miracle that began the tradition of Zora princesses crafting armor for their future husbands. So that's where the Zora armor came in for Link. So we kind of got a brief history of that. And also the next one's the pot and then the star. So we'll probably warp to Varuta. Alright, see you guys in a bit. Alright, so I warped here to Varuta. So I did make a warp point so that way it could be kind of easier for me to get here. Even though I think it still wouldn't matter. But anyways, ooh, hello. There's actually a bunch of things here. Ooh, I do want to get you guys. Come here. There's a bunch of hot-footed frogs. I would like to get them. Alright, anyways, being sidetracked, let's actually read this part right here. Part 4, the life skill Trident. The queen and I were blessed with a daughter as lovely as a jewel. We named our princess Mipha. To celebrate her birth, the Smithy Dental presented Mipha with a gift, a mighty spear called the life skill Trident. Mipha grew into a bright girl and soon reached the age of receiving lessons from the royal family's Order of Knights. The whole of the royal guard adored her, especially Sergeant Sagan, who loved her as if she were his own kin. Under Sagan's instruction, Mipha honed her skills, and her radiance grew along with her skill with the life skill Trident. As a champion, Mipha made her people proud. However, once the great calamity struck, she was never to return. All of Zora's domain fell into misery. The merest thought of the princess was enough to overcome anyone with tears. As a way of offering her soul repose, they tried to send the life skill Trident drifting down the Zora River. But when they did, the Trident began to glow, and Mipha's voice rang out loud and clear for all Zora to hear. The life skill Trident and I are one. Abandon your grief and know joy once again. Do not cry. Just remember. And so, keeping to her request, on the day of the great calamity, the day that Mipha passed from this world, Zora venerated the life skill Trident and remembered their brave princess. Such is the origin of the Champion Festival. Alright, so they do hold the Champion Festival here, which is actually kind of interesting in a way. Alright, so anyways, the next one is the star, so yet again, I'm going to warp to, well, Varuta. I don't know why I made a warp point there, but whatever. But yeah, I like reading these because, like I said, the Zoras have a lot of history in this game, funny enough. Like, you kind of get a glimpse of, like, their engaging history in the other games, like how they, Zoras, you know, exchange their engagement with some sort of ring. But in this one, it's just a lot more history to it, which I really do like. So, like, they kind of give it a little more history for the races in this game, but I feel like the Zoras, you know, have a lot more, funny enough. I guess the Zoras are just a more favorable race in the Zelda universe. Anyways, the next one is right over here, so let's read up upon this one. History of the Zora, Part 5, the Sage Princess Ruto. Long, long ago, in a past more distant than ever even the Great Calamity or the creation of the divinities Varuta, there was a Zora princess named Ruto. We know that she was an attendant to the Zora patron deity and that she was a fair and lively girl, beloved to all. Around that same time, an evil man with designs of ruling the world appeared, bringing disaster upon Zora's domain. It is said that Ruto then awoke as a sage, facing this foe alongside the princess of Hyrule and the hero legend. Her achievements are remembered not only by the Zora, they are also forever etched in the history of Hyrule. The divine beast Varuta, built ages later to face off against Calamity Ganon, was named in honor of Ruto. That the Zora princess, my sweet daughter Mipha, was chosen to pilot Ruta is surely the work of fate. Alright, so we got history of the water sage Ruto. Alright, treasure and skull, okay. So the next one's over here, so I might have to just kind of warp back over here. But yeah, we got, like I said, a brief history of, or callback to Princess Ruto from Ocarina of Time. And not to lie, she never really fought against, I mean, in spirit she did, but, well, telepathically she did, but she didn't really do much. She didn't, you know, do combat. She just kind of sent her power just to drive away, you know, Ganon, but... I mean, I guess she technically kind of helped in some sort of way, but Alright, so the next one that we need to head for is the treasure, then the skull. So, Got a little way to go for that one. I mean, it shouldn't be that bad, but still. A lot of traveling. But at least we're doing Korok hunting, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Where is the treasure one? That is a good question. It's probably behind, I want to say. Most likely. Yeah, I think it's kind of behind here somewhere. I don't want to face that Wizrobe, really. Kind of just want to avoid him. Hopefully you don't see me. Don't see me, please. I just kind of want to ignore you. Alright, the treasure one is behind here somewhere, so we should probably go find this one and then we'll get for the skull one. Like, we could have gone this one too, but like I said, I was more focused on, you know, heading to Zora's domain at that time. And there it is! There is another monument over here. So you really gotta explore around Zora's domain to find these monuments if you're doing this blind. Anyways, part 6, Divine Beast Varuta. When the Divine Beast Varuta was first discovered at Zora's domain, my daughter Mipha hurried to see it. Those present that day say they saw an unusual sparkle of excitement in Mipha's normally calm eyes as she beheld Ruta. The princess spoke of the Divine Beast as she would a friend and was overjoyed when she was chosen to pilot Ruta. I thought nothing of it at that time, but given the events that followed, I now regret allowing this to happen. I have spent many long years consumed by guilt. My dearest wish is that her soul would know peace. I pray for it every day. So that is pretty much... Mipha was actually interested in the Divine Beast, and she was overjoyed when she got to pilot it. So, she was never, you know, a scaredy cat of that. She was actually, you know, into her duties as a champion. So, yeah, but of course they were not expecting the tragedy that happened for the champions as well as Mipha. So, King Dorphan kind of feels like guilt now and kind of regrets, you know, not stopping her of piloting the Divine Beast. But yet again, like, I don't think any Zora will really do it, to be honest. Because, to be honest, Divine Beasts are actually look intimidating as they are, because they're huge and whatnot, so they are kind of intimidating, but Mipha, no, she just went straight to pilot the Divine Beast, so that's saying a lot for her. That she's actually quite a, like, she may be, like, I guess the quiet one, but she's very adventurous when you think about it. Like, she really is. So that says a lot about her. Anyways, the next one. We read this one. History of the Zora, Part 7, the hero who defeated the Lionel as told by King Dorphan. There was a time when the people of the past, they were written by the dreaded beast. We kind of read this one already over there, so this is actually kind of carbon copy of the one that's in Zora's domain, so I'm not really going to read it too much. So, yeah. Time has taken its toll on it, so yeah, that one we kind of stood, because that's actually the same thing from Zora's domain, but yeah, I didn't really want to read it again. Anyways, the last two are the leaf and the diamond, so we can kind of skip that on that one. Yeah, delete that one. So the leaf and the diamond. So the next one's right over here somewhere, so we can probably get to that one, hopefully without much trouble. So we're almost done with this episode. I kind of just want to avoid you. No, thank you. Leave me alone. Kind of just want to get out of here. Hello, little warhog. Leave me alone as well. Good question. Where is this one at? I think it's on this side. No, it's not. That's not over here. Where is this one? I might have to use Raw skill yet again. I really don't know where this one's at. Where are you? You're probably up there somewhere. Great. Because I don't want this episode to go on too long because I don't have much time left. But we should be all good. Oh, there it is. I see it. Alright, good. Alright. I think we have at least 3 more to go for. So, yeah, because yeah, 8, 9, and... Well, they're not really marked as 8, 9, and 10. But anyway, let's read them. History of the Zora, Addendum 1. King Dorphan stands his ground. Around 100 years after King Dorphan ascended to the throne, a stray guardian crossed upland Zorana into our domain. The guardian seemed unstoppable. Our best soldier's spears barely left a scratch on his metal hull. It was then that our King Dorphan, without a thought for his own safety, came out to face the guardian himself. With supernatural strength, he lifted the Guardian and hurled it into a ravine. The impact of the fall left the Guardian in pieces, and it was never to trouble another Zora ever again. The citizens celebrated the king's valor. From then on, their trust and respect for him grew beyond compare. You can still see the scar he earned that day on his forehead, a token of his triumph. And actually, you do see that scar. I might have to get a closer look at that maybe later, if not maybe next time. Alright, last two are in Zora's domain, so we're going to walk to Plamus Mountain and then to that red marker on the map. So, almost done. We're almost done with this side quest. And then I think that's actually the perfect end for this region, because there's nothing really else in this region, at least to my knowledge. I don't know if I missed a shrine. I don't think I have. If I did, then we can always get that next time. But I think we're pretty much done with the Lanayru region, so kind of sad, but we had to move on. But we can always visit the Zoras anytime we want, which you know I will. You know I'll always go back to Zora's domain, because I always did that when I played this on my own time. But anyways, we gotta go on to the right side to Plamus Mountain, which there is one up there somewhere. Actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea to wear my Darkling outfit, just kind of make it faster, but I'd rather wear my climbing gear for the time being, just so I can do some more climbing. But like I said, we're almost done with this episode, so it should hopefully take that long. Because I'm kind of watching out for my camera, because I have actually a little space, so I don't want it to, you know, say, oh, I didn't record this part or whatever. Alrighty, yeah, actually, it'd probably be better to kind of wear my Zora outfit so that way I can climb up the waterfall. Alrighty. It might make it a little bit easier, just so I can read the thing. Yeah, because I think it's a little bit higher elevation, so we'll probably do that. But yeah, this is a long episode, because all we're doing is just going around Zora's domain, just reading these monuments. But I do like reading about the monuments, because I think they're quite interesting, and you get a little deeper, in-depth history of the Zoras. Alright, let's climb this waterfall yet again. We'll be doing climbing waterfalls a few times in this playthrough, but not too much. I think we have to go up one more just to read the thing. Come on, there we go. Alright, and I think it should be, yep, over there. Alright, I was right. It is in the right path. Alright, let's read this one, and then we should be almost done. I think this is actually one of my favorite ones. I mean, it's kind of funny because I can imagine it in my head. Yep, there we go. History of the Zora, Addendum 2, Prince Sidon's Great Escape. There was once a giant Octorok in Hogsmeade Bay, large as a mountain, which terrorized the village's fishers. Hearing of their distress, Prince Sidon went forward to personally eliminate the offending Octorok. But this Octorok was a tricky beast. After the prince dodged one of the stones it spat, it inhaled him whole. Such had been the fate of many strong warriors who went to slay the Octorok. Not one had come back alive. Just as it seemed Prince Sidon would be counted among them, the giant Octorok twisted in pain. The tip of a silver-scaled spear pierced the Octorok's stomach from within, revealing itself as the source of the beast's agony. Incredibly, Prince Sidon had fought his way out by stabbing his spear over and over into the monster's stomach. Unable to bear the pain, the Octorok coughed up the prince and scrambled to escape. Ever since, the fishers of Hogsmeade Bay have passed down this heroic tale, the prince who slew the fell Octorok. So, indeed, Sidon is capable of combat, which I kind of wish that he did, fight, or at least all the characters that help you in this game actually fought, because I feel like in some sort of way, the characters in this game actually can fight in some sort of way. Like, of course, Teba, he has the bow, and I'm pretty sure he can do that. Yunobo, he could do his rolling attack, and also help defend himself by using direct protection. Rishu kind of has her own protection as well. Like, she can protect herself by, by using the Thunder Helm, as well as, what's it called? I don't know the name of it. Well, she can protect herself pretty much. And then you have Sidon, who actually does know combat, and you actually do see a sword beside his waist, so it shows that he does know combat, but he doesn't really use it. So, Yeah. Anyway, the last one. Memoir of a Gifted Stonemason. What an honor it was to receive a personal request from King Dorephan to craft a historical stone monument. I did not realize how much content he gave me, though. It certainly exceeded the line limits of a single monument. I suppose I could have just shortened the text, but it felt wrong to tamper with our great king's words. Thankfully, I was able to split it all between 7 monuments to ensure that every word was preserved. I have always prided myself on my ability to think outside the box. I am so very adaptable, humble as well. While I was at it, I thought, why not add 2 of my own? And so I created one for King Dorephan and one for Prince Sidon. True, this is outside the scope of my commission, but I believe they're trying to deserve as much. But why stop at that? Why indeed, my achievement surely deserves remembrance too. That is how a commission of 1 became 10. Of course, having increased the number of monuments, I had to find a place for them all. That proved difficult. Still, it was worth it. So long as I remember to sign these monuments, my name will be remembered forever. As it should be. Anyways, we completed the Zora Stone Monument side quest, so yay! Anyways, we can go back to Zora's domain and talk to Jato and finish this quest, and then we'll probably end the episode here because I'm running so low on space, so I need to get this done and over with. But yeah, you can actually see the scar of King Dorephan, which I will kind of show in a moment, as well as Sidon. He does have a scar as well. Not you. I kind of want to talk to this guy over here. Hello. Link, it would seem you had checked all the stone monuments for me. Now then, please tell me what was written on them. The history, culture, folklore, and various heroic acts as the proud Zora people. It's all here. Eureka! Thanks to you, I compiled the precious information from those stone monuments. Link, thank you for taking on such an arduous task. Please allow me to reward you. And he gives us a diamond. And that is it for Zora's Stone Monuments. And I think that clears all the side quests in Zora's domain. Before I do though, I think I will get a heart. Hey Sidon, how's it going? You're walking away. Actually, I should probably talk to it because he does have a scar on him, so it's kind of, well, this is noticeable, but I think for King Dorephan, you kind of don't notice it until, like, someone points it out. But, or at least when you read that story, then you kind of wonder, where is that scar? Anyways, let's get another heart container, and we'll end it off there. We're almost done with hearts, too. Dang. Alright. Let me see Sidon real quick, because he does have a scar on him. Yeah, you kind of see a scar right there on his left side. But, yeah. And of course, he's still complimenting us and complimenting himself at how well we did in the Barita fight. But, anyways, I think you can kind of see the scar on King Dorephan. I can't really see. Actually, you kind of see it. It's on his forehead. I might have to get a camera. Excuse me, Your Highness, you don't mind? Yeah, he does have a scar on his forehead right there. So that's a sign of, you know, his, of him fighting the Guardian, which he overthrew that Guardian, like, holy crap, he did. But, anyways, guys, I'm gonna end it off here. This is actually a good end to the Laneva region, just kind of reading about the history of the Zoras, as well as a good end to the session, because I'm actually done with the session. Like, this is the last episode. But, yeah, anyways, so it's time to say, well, not entirely goodbye forever for Zora's Domain. We can still come back to this area. I mean, I will, whenever I want to, but what did I tell you? What did I tell you? My camera died. Well, not died, but it ran out of space. But sorry for that cut right there when I was looking at the map. But anyways, next time on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, we're going to explore this region over here. And yeah, find the tower and do such that. And this is so sad because this is probably will be the last major time we'll be in Zora's Domain. We will be able to come back here and upgrade hearts and whatnot, because I will definitely, but also, you know, because of Sidon. But anyways, I'm so sad that this is the end of Zora's Domain plot point. Back to, like, normal exploring and whatnot. But anyways, I'll see you guys then. And I like how we have Sidon and Mifa right here too. It's just actually kind of pretty. Anyways, I'll see you guys then. So, this is ChibiSkeven saying bye!